we expect that to change tonight. This is Jackie Young. Short on that one, gets her own rebounds. Bradbury stands into the home team, makes a bucket. And you know who the Aces go to when they need a bucket. That's A'ja Wilson.
Especially when she's by herself. I don't think she realized how wide open she was before she took that shot.
A'ja coming off of a season-low 18 points. And again, both teams lost last time out. Phoenix falling to the Sparks as Copper draws the early foul.
The defensive glass.
And we mentioned Copper with those 41 points here on Saturday. 6 threes, also had 10 rebounds. How impressive is that, you two? Only...
Like Sarah said, it was good just to see her get back into her rhythm and her flow. Definitely what this Phoenix team needs.
Both teams talking to us earlier today about their defense, just not good enough. Let's see whose defense finds its flow first here tonight. There's Melissa Smith going up against Natasha Mack. Talked about those two mic'd up. Copper off the screen from Thomas. Copper, yeah, she's looking like the Cowboys.
Turns the corner. This is how easily she was able to get into the paint.
Then getting back to what we were just talking about, the defense needs to be better. Becky Hammond, I'm sure a lot of you saw it, throwing her clipboard during a timeout in Monday's loss in Dallas. She was so frustrated. Smith on the deck with 2 Mercury players around her. Back to Copper. Brochon. Thomas has been initiating the offense until this player got back. Monique Oko-Makani on the deck. Talbot picks it up.
And those are the little things you want to see if you're the Aces, the aggressiveness defensively.
That's the big reason that Vegas even looked at getting Talbot, her defense, her versatility, being able to play multiple positions, and the small plays that don't show up.
A little space. Copper, patient, and Copper more difficult for her. A'ja Wilson, that 3-point stroke has looked good so far this season, not that time.
Well, here comes Copper, and she's right into her flow. Maybe not the best shot that one time, but I think you love when she attacks the basket. That's what
Who's defensively showing up still.
It is 8-6 right now. Copper with all 8 points for the Mercury. This is Smith. Smith started the season down in Dallas, came over in a mid-season trade, averaging over 11 this season. As that pass deflected by Young, does Copper into the hands of Gray. Oh, Gray, what a pass down to a cutting Smith. Let's go for his first 6, but Coach Nate said, need her in my starting lineup. Young off the screen from Wilson. Adams in the W, 92% on the season. And that was another reason that Vegas fell in Dallas on Monday. Fewest free, that's not aggressive enough.
Well, you see with numbers of being a team that is really lower in their free throw attempts throughout the course of this early part of the season.
Well, low in free throw attempts mainly because they passed the ball so well and they move.
Julie Lloyd as well, because she's another player too. Want her to continue to get more comfortable and finding her spots on the floor where she can be most effective.
Only player in a Vegas uniform to hit a 3 in Monday's loss to Dallas. He was looking great. Again, wings and lengths also with a shot to represent the West in our Commissioner's Cup final as Alyssa Thomas floats it up and in.
I like that matchup. Alyssa Thomas, A'ja Wilson, 2 of the most prominent players in our league right now, and AT is not going to back down.
Oh, Gray behind the back. Alyssa Smith gets it from Young. Gray thinking about it. Shot clock at 6. Off the screen from Smith, and we've got a
to allow her opportunities to just feed them.
2 of the same.
She was laughing. Talked to A'ja Wilson and Chelsea Gray shoot around this morning. The jump stop, the finish, and the foul.
And effective if you are coming. Create some disruption with how good she is offensively.
8th and 1 on the season for Wilson. 2nd most in the W. Thomas, the spin. Good defense by Smith. 16-12 Las Vegas. Just under 5 to go in our first quarter. Gray off the heel, rebound Wilson. Back to A'ja it goes, and another and 1 opportunity.
They felt like their defense was not up to par, and when we spoke with Chelsea Gray, she was just like they need to bring.
4:30 to go in our first quarter. Copper has been the offense so far for Phoenix. Bonner might have something to say about that.
But DB was ready for that shot.
And a little too handsy.
It's hard to block.
Bonner coming off a good showing here in that overtime loss to Los Angeles on Saturday. Jackie Bonner with 10 points in that one. Lexi held with 9. Lisa Thomas with 10 and 12 assists. This time from the other corner, and it's Held, the other player who just checked in.
Yeah, and Lexi Held has been very important for this team in spacing and stretching the floor. You can see it there off of that possession. It is what Phoenix needs.
Bonner with a steal. Hands off to Held. Good one so far down here in the desert. 22-18 Las Vegas. Bonner, slot triple. Jackpot!
Far back she was, but I love the fact that she's shooting with confidence. Coming off of a loss, they are still trying to figure out what type of a team they are, and a lot of it just comes down to the confidence.
A 9-3 Phoenix run, and they could tack onto it here. Yagi off her foot. Jackie Young with it. Young. Aces the last to touch it. Phoenix with a chance to take the lead here. 2:40 to go in our first quarter. Thomas blocks. Parker Tyus underneath and then picks it up and takes it away. Brown asking for some defense. Catch by Wilson. Can't finish that. Bonner. So patient. Look at the vet on the set through. And the Mercury. Those 19 first half points in the opener in Vegas back in May. Parker Tyus tied out by Ayani and the W career. Parker Tyus wins the tip. Lloyd knocks it over to Bell, then back to her. Smith asking for it. Gray gets it to her. Gray with 3, with 2. Chelsea Gray to step back. Off the heel, Bonner. The rebound, tied up by Bell. And we've got a jump ball, although the Mercury are arguing that that should have been a foul. Bonner to jump it up. Bonner wins the tip, and her teammates able to keep it in.
They always say the ball don't lie.
Final 45 seconds of what has been a very entertaining first quarter in this finals rematch. Bell deflects another. Kirsten
Activities that we are still trying to find ourselves.
Mercury have lost 3 in a row. Again, just 4-11 on the season, 1-5 here at home. 5 on the shot clock now. Ayani blocks by Bell. And Held has that one knocked out by Smith. We're asking for it. Mack heaves. And that's going to miss everything. Shot clock violation.
Definitely when you have Coach Gray on the floor, she's going to manage the clock.
7 assists on 10 made field goals so far for Vegas. Beg your pardon, they've got 8. 8 on 9 made field goals. Gray with 5. Bell from the corner. Cole McConney. Bonner, the 3-quarter court heave.
The attention to detail, focus, and how important that becomes.
Phoenix Mercury prepared for tonight's first quarter. Best first quarter field goal percentage as Nogic drives, but can't. Asia Wilson gets her hand in the passing lane. Look at Wilson beating everybody down the floor, but couldn't hang on to it. No. Nogic had it to be in our first quarter. Looking for her second, the high arc.
The shot clock is winding down, and you have to get the ball up.
Is this a West Coast thing? Usually the banks are closed back in Philly at this time. Let's take a look at the upcoming. Sabrina Ionescu, welcome back. And then the Lynx asks the Valkyries for WNBA. Thanks, everybody, for being here tonight. And we've got a lot of options right now. Cole McConney to step back off the heel. Mismatch. Double comes. Gray. The fake and the finish for Chelsea Gray. Melissa Smith stepping in front of Matt for the steal. And then hitting me with Chelsea Gray and Asia Wilson about that this morning. Good defense by Phoenix on the other end. Copper. Copper out the first 8 points for Phoenix tonight. He's got 10 now. Asia Wilson out the window. It's Copper again. Step back. All over that Wilson attempt. No good. With it.
Offense, I think for both teams, that is how they want to play. You don't want to get the ball from the net. You want to be able to run.
Wilson. Both coaches could not say enough about that earlier today. Wilson calm this 13 minutes for Wilson. 10 points in 10 minutes for Copper. Thomas.
Wilson down here, always going to have a body on her to try to make it hard.
Miscommunication. Copper turns it over. Young. Up and in.
Great awareness.
Three-time champ, four-time All-Star is Jackie Young. Copper on the baseline.
Of how hard she's been working, everything that she's done to get herself back.
Right. The drive and kick. Wilson with 2. Nice. Yarlinskins just into the game.
Knocked down the 3, and I think that's a hard find for Vegas right now.
7 for 10 from outside. Wilson can't. Waiting for a performance like this at home this season. Phoenix Mercury. Shot clock winding down. Wilson sees it, fires, soft front iron, rebound to Lloyd, back to her right hand. 37-38. Mercury in front. Thomas spinning past a couple of players. A playoff field, and no look from Gray. Back and forth we go. Steal by Gray. Team. Maybe it's this season. Lloyd around and out. Wilson, the offensive rebound.
Liberty started off in the Mr. Cup run without that. Without your dynamic of the team in a good way. Because now it's like she doesn't have to come in and try to do more.
All she has to the season, but they have found their groove. Leonie's Fish coming back. Sabrina game here, 1:35 to go in our first half. Lloyd straight on triple. Can't connect.
Very, like, that she should be knocking down.
Yeah. Thomas, the spin. Linskins. Trying to kind of is in front. They're 7 for 10 from 3. Vegas just 1 for 9 from outside. And finally, one goes there. Chance for Vegas to tie or pull ahead. Young. Right. Looking for Wilson. Couldn't connect, but the Mercury the last attack before we reach halftime. 5 seconds to go. Copper into Wilson, and she's fouled. WNBA on USA Action continues Monday at 8. Caitlin just a couple of points better in that Sparks overtime victory. So either way, there's the Mortgage Matchup Center in Phoenix, Arizona, and that is a good start.
Jackie and Chelsea just kind of beam one another after that 3-point shot.
Just leading them there. Young off the heel. Smith. Young keeps it herself. The deceleration move that we saw in the first. Was the co-defensive player of the year last season, in addition to being the Talbot, an easy steal there. Young hits the brakes and hits another. Copper on the back cut. Thomas with a dive. Young feeling it right now. Calling her own number until she tried to sneak it through. Copper downhill, up and in. What are your 8s here in this third quarter? Wilson from the elbow.
If she gets a glimpse of the basket, she's going for it.
And now she's got 20 as well. First bucket tonight. We go. 8 ties. That was the 7th lead change. Wilson gets tied up by
Asia. And, by the way, your first option in any offense is Asia Wilson.
Wilson doing it on both ends of the floor. 57-0. And we've got a whistle. Copper with some space. And Copper's got
especially when you know they're a three-point shooter.
Thomas asking for it. And bully ball underneath. Smith coming over to help. Through the hands. So far tonight, feeling like a rematch of last year's W Finals. Copper off the heel. Mack.
But this is an opportunity for other players to have to step up. We saw this happen in the first half. Other players had this.
Copper and Mercury had the lead at the break. 27-4 when it came to bench points in the first half. Led by. Came into this one last in points off of turnovers in the league, did Vegas. Young. Step back three is short, but Elts on the shot. Thomas with the left hand leaves it just a little bit.
Figure out when you look at consistency, how do they stay consistent?
Bottom of the rebounds. Again, she assists tonight to go along with her 8 points. Ayayi. Off back iron. Will Copper hit the bench with those 4 fouls. Let's see what they do here. Thomas just tried to lead. Talbot with 3, with 2. She sees it. Not gonna. Thomas guarded by Wilson. Held. Great explosion to the cup from a DePaul product, right? Wilson jump stop. Leaves that one a little bit short. Disagreeing, not surprisingly. Good. Into Wilson. Asia Wilson.
Hard sometimes she has to work to get these baskets. I mean, she averages 25 points.
Jackie Young. Talbot's the catch and shoot. And it goes for Steph Talbot. Transition. First points tonight for Talbot again. She is in the starting 5 because of her defense. Held, unable to aim. Hard to stop these aces. 45 to go in the third. Lloyd. Scoop off the heel. Difference between shot and game. Shot down to 4. Down to 3. Young off the Wilson screen, around and off. Shoot. And it comes to Bonner. Catch. Shot. Just a little bit too strong. So the aces line. And Young has tied her career high with 5 steals. Aces with a season high in steals for LA and pushed that game to overtime. But you're right, she had double figures in that one. Tamika sees a nice save there by Mack. Bonner has to get it up. Shot clock winding down. Hits the Smith. Good position on Mack. The fake, the spin, and Mack with a swat. Copper. 20.
Never wavered, but waiting for the breakthrough was overwhelming. During that time, I found myself doing things
where you're going to find inspiration and motivation. Great story by Adona on Copper there. Akoma Connie is fast.
Basketball and realize I play this game because I love it and I have so much fun.
All that Copper has accomplished. You know that it was going to come back to
Vanna Wilson. Talbot to Smith. The block by
maturity and how much she has grown in even just a year.
No ditch into Thomas, who is being held by.
She's lost weight. She's trimmed down. She looks good. She feels good. She's playing with confidence.
Asia Wilson. Asia Wilson. In a 1-on-3 knocks it away. Ray to Smith for the deuce. I'm MVP. Copper. Jump stop around and out. Wilson ripping down the rebounds. Mrs. Smith has been rolling on the offensive end for Vegas, and then off the foot of Jackie Young. And 24 Las Vegas points off of those Phoenix turnovers. Jackie Young, no, comes away with it. No ditch from the corner for 3.
That gets them right into their shot. It's money.
Fourth three-pointer for her tonight, 4 of 6. Aces in the Mercury season opening win in Vegas. And has 4 more tonight. Well, let's get this after Smith hit the first. She's got 20. Gray steps inside the arc and drills the mid-range jam. 20-point scores for the defending champs. Beauchamp, driving kick. Mack will attempt a corner 3, and that is well short. Looking for her first points. Maybe they come here. So an opportunity for the Mercury. Down 6. Thomas into the paint. The lefty scoop.
Even looking at the basket.
With that rebound, another double-double for the MVP. Gray can't get physical as this one winds down. Shot clock winding down. Copper off one foot.